good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Good evening, welcome to the Thursday 3 with Stephen C. We're on MyWhoosh, and I seem to have this problem starting. Every time I'm on MyWhoosh, it takes a few seconds for my runner to get running. But maybe that's just normal for MyWhoosh. Hello Tina, hello Christoph. Tina says, apologies for not joining. I'm a bit under the weather. No worries, I know Clyde is still a bit under the weather as well. Oh, Christoph says, have fun, enjoy the run. Hope you get the HR sorted like I did. Christoph, how did you get the HR sorted? I know that you posted a few things, but I haven't read everything. Can you tell me now how to get the heart rate sorted? So the problem has been that running on MyWhoosh, if you connect a heart rate strap, it wants to take the heart rate strap as your speed source over and above my smart treadmill. And Niels says it actually works. It does work. Oh, HR sorted via Ant Plus. Do you know what? Maybe we could try that. Maybe I could try that. I did read that, actually. Now that you mention it, Christoph, I did read that. Okay, so I wonder, could I do it now? I have an Ant Plus dongle plugged in. I am on Windows 11. So, in theory, that should be correct. I'm not actually wearing my heart rate strap. So how do we make sure that we're using Ant Plus as opposed to Bluetooth? How can we make it use Ant Plus? I'm just going to stop and put my heart rate strap on. Victoria always hates it when I do that. She doesn't like people seeing my chest for some reason, I don't know why. So we're doing 5k in this little run today. Juan Pablo is off ahead, and we've got Nils who's running with me, and Mikel Gonzalez is failed to start. He's stuck at the beginning. Neil says I had to disconnect the HR sensor and select the right device. Niels, I'm just going to stop a second and see if I can get my heart rate monitor connected. You obviously don't you worry. You carry on. But I'm just going to see if I can connect my heart rate via Ant Plus, and we'll see if it works. So we'll go to menu, we'll go up to here, heart rate, Ant Plus. Now you see it's not allowing me to select an Ant Plus. Why is that? Okay, it's not allowing me to select Ant Plus. When you connect all devices, there should be a blue sign of Ant Plus. Yeah, so as you can see, I went to the menu there, the pairing screen, and it told me that Ant Plus was not available. So how do we make Ant Plus available? Because it is plugged in. It's plugged in. Okay, so I need to upgrade my software. Do I need to upgrade the MyWhoosh software, or is it a driver? Because, right, Christoph, I can connect Ant Plus on Zwift. What's FB? Oh, drivers, yes. So, but why can I connect Ant Plus on Zwift, but I can't connect it on MyWhoosh? Niels, do you have a heart rate monitor connected? Okay, Christoph says, it is strange. I also needed to update drivers, even though we can connect to Zwift via Ant Plus. Okay, I will do that at a later date, and I won't do it now. Niels, yes, are you connected? Have you got your heart rate connected? Because if you have, then it is stealing the speed source, like Tina says. Right, I might catch up. I'll just catch up with Niels. So we're already at 1 kilometre into our 5k run. Niels says he's using Apple TV. It's a little buggy. Yes, but so if you're using Apple TV, then if you've got your heart rate monitor connected, Niels, it will be using your heart rate strap as a speed source, and it shouldn't be. So have a look at that next time. Just trying to catch up to Niels here. Shouldn't be too far behind him now. And Mikel Gonzalez has managed to start moving. He's at 12 kph now, and I think he's trying to catch us up. Juan Pablo is still ahead, but not far ahead. He's only 100 metres or so ahead. And I should be, any second now, catching up to Niels. Oh, there he is. He's a good 20 metres ahead of me yet, still. Hello, Anthony. Anthony says, hello, whooshers. Right, there we are. Now caught up with Niels. I'll slow down again now. So yeah, Niels' Niels' speed is all over the place. The other thing to do, Niels, is just disconnect your heart rate. Marco says Virtual Run Garmin works great on MyWhoosh. So that's another option for people to use virtual run mode on their Garmin watch. And Niels is getting away from me again because of his crazy speed. Thanks, Marco. Yeah, it's all a bit it's all a bit Heath Robinson sometimes on MyWhoosh, but it's kind of fun because it kind of reminds me of the early days of Zwift in a way. You know, nothing quite working, things going a bit crazy, waiting for new features to come out, all that kind of stuff. It's quite exciting, really. Feels like you're at the beginning of something new, which of course we are. Yeah, Anthony says, Coach wants to get to grips with the stride and cadence. Yes. That's also a bit mad, isn't it? Right, Niels has fallen behind now. I think it's going to be impossible to keep up with, or keep stride with Niels. But this is what was happening to me the other day before Clive discovered this heart rate thing. Okay, so Christoph has noticed this week that if you use a stride, it shows perfect cadence on MyWhoosh, but when you look at it on Strava, it's double. So it shows steps per minute on MyWhoosh, but it shows revs per minute on Strava, apparently. Yeah, we've sussed that cadence is about right if you halve it. So, half of 336. Yeah, 165-ish. Shall I risk? Shall I risk putting my heart rate on Bluetooth? Yeah, steps every 2 minutes. Yeah, 330 steps per 2 minutes. Says Paul Hayward. Right. Niels has stopped again. Pablo is still going strong at 2.5k, nearly 2.5k in for Pablo, so he's almost halfway. I'm going to slow right down. I'm going to attach my heart rate strap. Here we go. Right, I'm going to do it as... I'm going to do it as a Bluetooth strap. If it comes up, come on. It's not coming up. It's not even coming up now, is it? There it is. Okay. Right, let's see what happens. Pairing in progress. Okay. The MyRun is still technically connected as the speed source. Let's see if we have that crazy fluctuating speed again. Yes, we do. Yeah, all over the place. All over the place. There we go. Look. Why does it think that connecting... Oh, gosh, here comes Mikel. There's Mikel Gonzalez speeding past. I'm in last place now. Now, we're locked onto 9 kph now, but in a minute it's going to go crazy again, isn't it? Because it's... yeah, there you go. Yeah, Christoph says sometimes it works okay for about 2 minutes. Tina's a little under the weather, but her husband had a productive day at hospital. That's good news, Tina. Good. I'm pleased. Neil says everything locked down for him for a minute. Yeah, look, my pace is all over the place. Why does it think that connecting the heart rate strap as the speed source is a good idea? Why is that? Absolute madness. The thing is, I do like to have heart rate. So, but what do we want? Do we want accurate heart rate? Or do we want accurate speed? Tough to say, isn't it? I think actually, in terms of my training, I'd rather see accurate heart rate. Seeing as I am currently training properly for a marathon and an ultra, at the same time, don't judge me, I would rather see accurate heart rate actually. So I think I'm going to stick with this, even though the speed is telling lies. Right, I'm going to try very hard to remember to send an email to MyWhoosh support tonight. We're going to change the course for next week. I'm going to slightly change the title of the run. And I'm going to mention the heart rate thing, which I'm sure Clive and Christoph have already mentioned. And I'll try and update the drivers for Ant Plus. Yeah, Christoph says Clive had an answer to this, and they say they will look into it. So that is good news. We might have to mention the cadence as well. Yeah, and anybody who's interested, Christoph has shared plenty of information on this on the MyWhoosh Runners Facebook page. The sooner they get this sorted, the sooner we'll have a few more runners joining us on MyWhoosh. Just a different experience, just something else to do. Bit of fun. Tina says, would you get the same problem connecting heart rate from your watch, do you think? Well, actually, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, what we have to remember is that Garmin watches do have the accelerometer in them. So if MyWhoosh picks up that your heart rate data also contains accelerometer data, then that might be an issue. I tell you what would fix it: using a heart rate strap that doesn't have an accelerometer in it. Using an old-fashioned heart rate strap. That would probably work. Right, Paul Hayward says, how much do they charge for cycling on MyWhoosh? And Christoph says, nothing, it's free. So currently, cycling and running are free on MyWhoosh, which is pretty impressive, isn't it? Seeing as you're paying, what is it, £15 a month now for cycling on Zwift? I mean, I don't pay that, I don't cycle on Zwift. Right, we are 3 kilometres in with 2 to go of our MyWhoosh run. The Thursday 3 with Stephen C. Wearing my Noble Pro Ambassador vest. Okay, now because it's free, Paul Hayward has now been convinced. Paul is convinced now to give it a go on the bike with his tax trainer in the garage. So, welcome aboard, Paul Hayward. I mean, once he's cycling on MyWhoosh, he's bound to start running on it as well, isn't he? So shallow. Honest, just fickle. See, I genuinely thought it might take some convincing, but no. One whiff of a free product, and Paul's right on top of it. Vidar, hello Vidar. Yeah, he says it's now £20, UK pounds, to cycle on Zwift. £20 a month. Wow. So yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do that. Of course, when I was employed by Zwift, I used to get cycling for free, but I still didn't cycle. Well, very, very rarely anyway. Tina says everyone loves a free ride. Yes, of course they do. So Juan Pablo is on 4.1 kilometres. Mikel Gonzalez is on 3.9. And he's racing to try and catch up with Juan Pablo. Niels and myself are on 3.3. Just over a mile to go for us. Paul Hayward says, my free 25 kilometres ran out a long time ago on Zwift. In the early days, I used to pay $8.99 a month. Yeah, I remember those days. Niels is going to try the bike after this and see if that freezes. I think cycling is a lot more advanced on Zwift, on MyWhoosh, than running is. So I think you might have a lot more success on cycling. The thing is, if running on MyWhoosh becomes a regular thing, which we hope it does, we might have to change the name of the channel, because this is the Zwift Run channel. Do you think we should call it, right, votes? Should we call it the Virtual Run channel? Because that was my idea. If we feel we have to change it, I'm not there yet. Pedro, hello. Thanks for joining, Pedro, or thanks for popping in and saying hi. Yeah, we're thinking about whether we should change the name of the channel from the Zwift Run channel to the Virtual Run channel. I'm not convinced yet. I need somebody to convince me to do it. Because I quite like the fact that it's the Zwift Run channel and Zwift is still our home. So Pedro is Vidar's son, who's 11. Hello, Pedro. Thank you for joining us. And Juan Pablo is about to finish. Resume. Here's Juan Pablo is steaming towards the finish line. There he is. So Mikel Gonzalez hasn't quite managed to catch him. Juan Pablo is not far away now. I think he must be there. He hasn't stopped running yet though, so maybe the finish line is just up ahead still. But it says he's done 5k. Mikel Gonzalez, oh, maybe it's 5.2, isn't it? It's 5.2, isn't it? Yes, it's 5.2. So, 100 metres to go for Juan. Let's see how far behind. No, he's not going to catch him, is he? He's still way behind. So Mikel is going to be second. Juan Pablo is going to win. If we call it a race. There's Juan Pablo, well done. He crosses the finish line, good job. And there's Mikel Gonzalez just coming through into second place as he is about to cross the line. Excuse me one moment. Hey Google, broadcast to Ellis. Ellis, please answer the door for Elsa. Right, there we are. Okay, back to me. And we have just over 1 kilometre to go. So we're still going at 9 kph, although MyWhoosh occasionally has a fit. And it's working okay right at this very second. But any minute now, it'll just jump up. There we go. Goes crazy. Tina says, what are the glowing bracelets for? I have absolutely no idea, Tina. Not a clue. Looks like Juan Pablo is carrying on running, as is Mikel Gonzalez. Oh no, Mikel's now stopped. But Juan Pablo is still just jogging along a bit. So that's a change, isn't it? A new change is that when you've finished your event, you can just carry on running. You don't get sent back to the menu. Tina, Christoph says the armband is because I'm the leader, apparently. Vidar says MyWhoosh has more realistic graphics. Looks nice. Yeah, we've noticed that as well, Vidar. The graphics are slightly more realistic. Well, a lot more realistic, let's face it, than Zwift. That is obviously a style choice. Zwift is a deliberate style choice to be more cartoon-like. Okay, so yeah, maybe it isn't that, Christoph, because Tina says everyone is wearing one of those armbands. Normally, the run leader has a crown next to their name or something. That's what Clive had, isn't it? Well, these are the exciting things that we're having to learn about on MyWhoosh, and I'm sure we will over the next few weeks. We will continue to do this every Thursday, and Clive will continue to do his Sunday MyWhoosh run. And we've got another 500 metres or so left to run. let's just click on Niels, give Niels a bit of airtime. There's Niels. He's about 40 metres behind me. Christoph is using MyWhoosh quite a lot. He says he's on it Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Now, through the day, different hours for running and cycling. Tina says Clive had a red crown on his head on Sunday, but only on his screen and not on ours. Well, that is interesting. Okay. Vidar is going to try and do a triathlon this year, so he says he must get back to running and learn how to swim. That would be handy. I haven't done a triathlon for about 6 years, maybe 7 years. I worked out that I'm good at running, obviously. I'm fairly okay at swimming, but on cycling, I'm just rubbish. And I lose so many places in cycling, it's ridiculous. So, turning the corner with 300 metres to go to the finish. Neil says, this was interesting. Yes. Yeah, interesting experiment. We will continue to experiment. Okay, 200 metres to go. To be fair, the heart rate actually the speed hasn't been too bad. I mean, it does kind of lock in at 9 kph. It just then jumps fairly regularly. I suppose it is. No, it's not great, is it? Tina says, have you changed the route and time for tomorrow? No, am I supposed to? Oh, yes. Well, no, I haven't changed the route. The time, I have emailed to get the time changed. I haven't had a reply yet. But I forgot about the route. I suppose I can still go in and change that myself, can't I? Thanks for joining, Niels. Thanks for watching, everyone. Vidar, Tina, Paul Haywood, Pedro, thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Right, we're done. Finished. Okay, Niels is done as well. Well done, Niels. So well done, Juan Pablo. Well done, Mikhail. And well done, Niels. We are done, and we did okay there. Enjoyed that. Now, why is my heart rate saying 69? Is that averaged out across the whole run then, or something? Paul Hayward says, now I have to mark homework. Oh dear. Get to it, Paul. Go on. It's not going to mark itself. Esco Star, hello. He says, Stephen, have you spoken to the MyWhoosh team to get them to add more customization and programs to the running side? Both myself and Clive and Christoph are in touch with MyWhoosh support. I mean, it's going to be a slow process to get things sorted out a bit, but we will get there eventually. But I mean, you know, how many years have we had Zwift running and still things are wrong with Zwift running that we would like to change? Tina says, thanks guys, see you tomorrow. Yeah, we have the Spring marathon training session tomorrow, 13.5 kilometers at 9 kph, or whatever speed you want to go. We'll be there for 90 minutes. You can join for as little or as much as you want of that 90 minutes. Come and join us for just 5k or 10k or 1 mile if you want, or just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, half an hour. It's up to you. I will be there for 90 minutes. Victoria hopefully will be joining us for 90 minutes as well. Yeah, Tina says, regarding changing the channel name, I don't think you should do it. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think we should do it either. But it was just, it was a suggestion from elsewhere. And I thought, maybe it's something we need to consider. But not yet. Yes. Vidar, hope you join us soon as well. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for taking part. And I will see you guys all tomorrow for the spring marathon training sessions, which start at the moment it starts at 6 o'clock, but hopefully it will change to 6:30. So we'll see what happens. Okay, take care everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.